I'm gonna share with you guys this amazing video light from Colbor. It's 220 watt, yet it still runs off of a battery. It looks amazing. It's best for its price range. You're gonna need this for your big video projects. Check this out. Colbor 220 watt video light. Now 220 watt, that's the strongest light that I own. I have a lot of lights. I've been making light reviews for years now, and for my video work I don't need to get the strongest of light. 600 watt, they're really expensive, and I don't need that kind of power that just light up the whole world when you turn it on. But 220 watt right now, this light is the strongest that I have. I had a shoot with a client and we did an American Idol recreation with a company, so of course to light up the big room, having a strong light was very crucial. Having a strong light like this is important if you need to do something like that. But for a small studio like this, of course you don't need a light that strong, right? But it's nice to have that option, to have an ability to have a light that's 220 watts that'll light up the whole room. And at the same time, what makes this so great is that it can operate with a battery. First, let's open this up. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a little bit. This light comes with this cool case. And it's big because this little dish in the front takes up 25% of the bag, right? It's empty. I have this little soft sheet that's on Amazon it's really affordable. I'm gonna put all the discount code and the link below if you guys are interested in buying from me. So if you do, thank you so very much for your support. So this thing is a little dish that goes on top of the light and it magnifies the light. So right now without it, it's just lights are gonna just flood all over the place. This will control the light, focus on just this area instead of the whole room. At the same time, to make the light softer, you could get something like this. So now with the soft top, you can use this instead of my big softbox that I have right now that I'm going to recommend. So after you get this light, you are going to need a softbox that's bigger to make the light look a lot cleaner. And that way, without the softbox, the light, you're going to see a harsh line on the shadow area. So the softbox will allow the light to kind of soft, making everything look beautiful. So I love the way this light looks, this Colbor 220 watt light. It looks like anime. It looks like Robotech, something from like an anime cartoon, just the way they designed it. The appearance is a winner for me. Look at the way this looks. It looks super cool. And it comes with a little adapter that's on the side right here. You could get the version with the adapter, so that way you can slide in a V-mount battery. It's not going to power up your 220 watt. It's not going to be able to go full blast and use a battery to do that. You need to plug that in if you want the full power. I shoot a lot of weddings, I shoot a lot of events, so I do need my light to be able to run off of battery. Almost half for the 220 watt, but even at that, it's super bright. So with the battery, I am down to 5% of the power. If sometimes even 2. It's crazy how strong it is. Your battery with this will last you throughout the reception. I don't think it's gonna last you hours. I'm shooting like 10 minutes at a time, so I haven't actually timed it to see how long it'll last. But with this kind of power, it's not really meant to run with battery. It's meant to be plugged in so you can utilize the full 220 watt power for your work to light it up. For this light right here, I'm probably gonna be using 5%, 2%, very light, because I don't want to blast this whole place. But it's got a handle, which I really like when you carry around. My other lights don't have handles. This has a handle, so that's kind of cool. It doesn't get too hot. It has a fan system. It's big because most of it is meant for temperature control. The sound is very low, so a lot of my lights, you could hear the fan running. I have a cheaper light right now, that's 80 watt light right now that's running, and you could hear the fan. You have to run a fan to cool off that heat. So this thing does a great job with the fan noise being on very minimal. This adapter on the side, the ability for you to put in a little adapter that you could slide into, so that way, not only can you use this to put battery, you could actually put multiple Colbor 220 watt light if you need to just light up the whole world. So it's kind of neat how you could put up to 3 or more and use this kind of light to just light up your subject if you need that kind of power. It's prepared. I've never seen a light. I have a bunch of lights. None of my lights link up the way this does. So that's a cool little option that it has. So this particular light is just bicolor. It doesn't have all the colors, RGB colors. It's just warm, that you can control from cool to warm. And they make it very easy, right? One of them is to control the strength of your light, and the second one is to control the warmth, the coolness, and the warm temperature. It does have a handful of lighting effects, like strobe lights. Like if you're shooting a rock concert or something like that, and you need lights to be strobing, it has that special effect. Camera flash effect or lightning effect. You could also connect this with your phone with the Colbor app. Very easy to connect. You just hold down the set button for a few seconds. The Bluetooth will connect with the Bluetooth. And the cool thing about this connection is that it's instant. Turn it on, connect it to my phone, so that way, all of a sudden, when it's time for a couple to cake cut or first dance, so instead of me running over there and pulling down the light because I have it really high, turning it on and then, putting it back up and then running to my spot, I just take out my phone, app is instantly connected, and I turn the light on and then I turn the light off. So even if you walk away, it gets disconnected and you come back, it automatically connects. So I love that. I love how intuitive it is on its connection. It's very quick to connect, so that's very helpful. If I need to pick one light to rule them all, because I got a lot of lights for different situations, but let's say you just have a budget for one light. What are you gonna get? You need a light that'll have a studio strength that could light up a whole room, but you also need it to be mobile, because like me, I'm shooting weddings and events. You want to be able to carry it around all over the place, and a lot of the spots don't have plugs. You don't want cables to be running around and have people trip on them when you're in situations like that. In conclusion, guys, I highly recommend the Colbor 220 volt light. Like I said, best priced, high quality, low fan, super strong. One of the best lights that I have ever used, and actually the strongest light that I own. I'm gonna put the discount code link below. Thank you guys so much if you guys do buy from me, and I will see you next time.